Hey guys, I'm Matt Farrell.
And I'm Kristen Rochelle. And this is Cheaper Than Therapy.
Cheaper Than Therapy, that's right. That's why we sit down with our drinks. We discuss all the world's problems, our problems and your problems.
Pickled beer here today.
There you go. It's been popular amongst the ladies.
Mm-hmm.
Best Made. I don't know if it's made by that company, that because Best Made is an actual pickle company. So I don't know if it's made by them or if it's just the name of it.
Martin House Brewing Company. I don't know. Made in Texas by Texans.
And that's the only place you can get it that I found so far.
Really?
But I've been doing some work down in Texas here the last few weeks. So every time I go down there, I pick up a couple 6-packs.
You illegally transported beer over the state line?
Yes. Yes. Isn't that a crazy rule?
It's
crazy
rule.
that it's still a rule.
Yeah.
Back in the old days when Oklahoma was 3-2 and Texas was 6, it made sense because there was a different alcohol content level.
Right.
But now everybody's the same, so why does it matter?
I don't know. Everybody is the same. I forgot about that. This really tastes like pickle juice, like
straight pickle juice. Mm-hmm. And so if you really like pickle juice, it could be dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
I like a little bit of pickle juice, so I'm not going to get drunk off of that.
Ooh, that's good. Pickle juice is really hydrating. So if you need a beer in the middle of the day,
yeah, I would imagine that would be good for you. So what have you had going on so far? We had to skip a week.
We did.
We had to skip a week. We had a lot of stuff going on. Yeah. No air conditioning here. Thought we had it fixed. It's still out, so it's hot in here again. But we didn't want to go 2 weeks in a row without doing something. So
right.
Here we are sweating it out for you guys.
This isn't going to be as long as normal, but we're here.
So let's get this out of the way. Like, share, and subscribe. Help our YouTube channel grow.
I'm going to spill something.
I knew we should have put it in a sippy cup.
I need a sippy cup. You were supposed to.
I knew we should have put it in a sippy. I didn't know about putting beer in a sippy cup. You think sitting it farther away is going to help?
Yeah, it might help.
You need a straw and you're not allowed to pick it up off the table.
Just not use my hands at all.
Yeah, just reach down there and get it. Anyway, like, share, and subscribe, and follow us on our Facebook page, Cheaper Than Therapy. So, anything interesting in the last couple of weeks that I need to know about? Because we really haven't talked that much either.
No, we haven't. We haven't got to talk all that much. You've been kind of snooty.
Shit. Been crazy busy.
So I found a car I want, right? I have a thing with Jaguars. I found one in Bartlesville, and I wanted to go pick it up. Mm-hmm. So a friend of mine Friday night was like, I have a show in Tulsa. He's a singer. And he's like, just ride up there with me and my band. I'll take you to Bartlesville and you can drive your car back, okay? So this is a nice classic Jag, all right? It is beautiful.
Yeah.
And I don't even think about it, hop in with him. It was the worst road trip I have ever had in my entire life. I sat between two 29-year-old males who did nothing the entire time but chain smoke. And all the way up there and all the way back, I got to listen to techno music. Ooh. And Christian conservative talk radio. Yeah. I
can't even imagine the people who listen to techno and the people who listen to conservative Christian rock.
Well, no, talk show. Christian conservative talk.
I don't see those two people being...
They do, apparently. The world is an interesting place.
That sounds like a great road trip.
So we get up to Tulsa, and I forgot to bring my money with me. So I tell the guy I want the car, but I'm going to have to obviously come pick it back up, on Sunday, right? So I leave, have to go to their show with them because I rode with them, all right? Yeah. I was at a metal bar in Tulsa till 4 in the friggin' morning with some of the weirdest people I have ever met in my life.
But you know them?
Well, I knew 2 of them.
Okay.
I didn't know the others. Yeah. So that was my whole Friday night. I didn't even get the car. And I'm going to tell you what, the road trip was so bad. I called the guy on Sunday. I couldn't even fathom driving back up there again, even with someone else. So I was like, no, I don't want the car anymore. I can't. I just can't. I can't. I want to see Tulsa for a long time.
So you let it go.
Mm-hmm.
You let it go.
And I've been regretting it every day.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is it too late?
I think it might be too late.
You can go back. I'll drive you up there.
I think someone might have bought it. It was a really good deal.
Yeah.
He took really good care of that car, too.
Man.
Yeah, I know. So what went on with your weekend?
Okay. So this weekend, we've got a friend who lives in Wichita, Kansas. Mm-hmm. and we got to become friends with him because he's dating another friend of ours that lives up in Kingfisher. And he drives down all the time. Anytime we've got something going on, he's driving down here.
I met him at one of your shows.
Real tall guy, Chris.
Tall guy, yeah.
Chris, and he's become a very good friend of ours, and he drives down here all the time. Great guy. So when he reaches out and goes, "Hey, we've got a shindig going on up here in Wichita. Would love it if you guys could make it. We got to go." He's making the trip for us all the time. So it's only right that we make the trip for him. I mean, he's like legit. He comes down, if not every week, every other week, making that drive to come down here and hang out with us. And
wow.
He comes and he's been to several of my shows, and he's just a great friend, and he makes that trip. So we decide we're going to go up there. So we've not met the majority of his friends or people that are attending this same party. And they're going big. So these people, they got it's going to turn into a pool party.
Yeah.
But it's starting out. They rented 2 party buses.
Oh, cool.
And drove around. Have you ever been to Wichita, Kansas?
Yeah.
I had never been to the parts that they took us to. Like, they took us in the old downtown. There's like 12 bars in a row. They do bar crawls there all the time, and you come in and set up with teams. And it's a really cool downtown. But Wichita is a very spread out city. So, but there's enough people. So there's over 50 people involved in this party. That's why they had to get 2 separate party buses.
Yeah.
And so we start at one bar, or we started at their place where the pool party's going to be. Party buses pick us up. We go to bar number 1. Spend an hour and a half there. Pretty cool little place. Then everybody gets back onto the party buses. Of course, everybody's switching buses, and so they can hang out with different people. And then we go to bar number 2. Bar number 2 is a little bit more of a uppity, a nicer bar. It's one of the downtown bars. They serve food, so everybody kind of takes that time to continue drinking, but get something to eat
a little bit.
Stay there hour and a half, something like that. Everybody loads back up on the party bus. At this point, we've got 2 bars down, and I don't know how long because we got there just in time to get on the buses. I don't know how long the rest of them have been drinking, but after bar number 2, these people are wound up enough that the stripper poles that are in the party buses are now getting put to use.
Oh.
Mostly by people who had no business using a stripper pole. Matter of fact, I'll go ahead and throw this out there.
You got on there?
No, I did not. A buddy of mine, Billy, who you've also met, he utilized a stripper pole.
I don't remember Billy.
You don't remember Billy?
No.
If you saw him, you'd remember him. Shaved bald head, got a kind of a big goatee.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah. Imagine the last person that you should ever think would be on a stripper pole. That's Billy.
Okay.
And he's on a stripper pole.
So he's probably a little chunky.
He's having a good time. He is having a good time. And he's not drunk. He's just wrapped up in the moment.
Oh, God bless those people that can just get wrapped up in the moment without any aid of anything.
So now we go to bar number 3. And this is going to be the last bar of the day. We spend what seems like a very short amount of time at this bar, and to me was the coolest bar so far. Like, this is my type of bar. They got a band playing there. It's not overcrowded. The majority of the people in the bar came with us on the party buses. So we stay there for what seemed maybe an hour. Everybody loads back up. Now it's time to go back to the house. Time for the pool party. So we go to the pool party. Everything's going great. The range of people at this party on the party buses and now at the house, because there's some people that were at the pool party that were not on the buses with us. They're ranging anywhere from, I would say, late 20s to late 60s.
Oh, wow.
Wide range, very wide range. All of them acting like 18-year-olds getting to drink for the first time.
Yeah.
Including the late 60s.
Aww.
There are boobs out that should not be. There are people drinking who had already had enough. it was interesting. It was a good time.
Yes,
we met some neat people.
I'm a little jealous.
We met some new folks. It was a good time. It was fun. Whew. Yeah, I couldn't do that every weekend.
I'm a little jealous.
I couldn't do that every. These people, the people who were hosting it all, I guess I don't know if this swimming pool is brand new or what, so that's kind of why they were having a pool party. Awesome pool. Mm-hmm. It was an amazing swimming pool. I don't know. I feel like it was heated because it was so warm, but it was shallow at both ends and then deep in the middle. Mm-hmm. And on one end had a layout area where the water's only like 6 to 8 inches deep, and you put your lawn chairs in it, so you're kind of half in the water, half out. The other end had bar stools in the pool, so you could sit on your bar stool and rest on the side of the pool and drink and have good.
Nice.
It was awesome. They've really done a great job with their place. It's an awesome place to throw a party and hang out and have fun, and everybody did. They partied and had fun.
Weekend.
Yeah. See, you mess up and get in the cars with people who listen to weird music, and I just go and hang out with people. And sometimes you see some boobs that you don't really want to see because they're, Grandma, I need you to put those away. But other than that, great.
Well, the only boobs I saw Friday night were mine, so.
Yeah. See, if you would have gone with us, we might have seen yours too.
Possibly.
If you drank enough.
Dang it.
If you drank enough. Everybody saw my boobs.
Did they?
Yeah. Yeah. And
everybody's already seen yours though, Matt.
Yeah, and I'm at that age now where I've got moobs.
So that was your Friday night. You had like a spectacular weekend, and I'm
actually that was Saturday night.
Excuse me, that's just Saturday night.
Yeah.
Well, that was just my Friday night, and it completely ruined the rest of my weekend. So I didn't do anything the rest of the weekend. I went home last night, cleaned out my gutters, and watched a documentary on Hitler. So I'm sitting there watching this Hitler documentary, and I'm thinking, the same fucking universe that gave Hitler Germany will not give me a fucking boyfriend. How shitty is that? You
know why?
Why?
I've got the answer for you.
Why?
It's because on a regular night of the week, a young, single, pretty woman such as yourself is instead spending her time cleaning out her gutters and watching Hitler documentaries.
Hey, I put myself out there.
You think you're going to run into somebody in your living room?
No, but I go out. I'm fixing to go out after this podcast, which is why we can't do a very long one this evening.
That's what it is. You said, the air conditioner's still not fixed.
It is kind of hot.
We're going to have to keep this one short. I should have known.
Kind of hot.
I should have known there was something else to it. There's more to it.
There's always more to it, Matt.
Yeah, Lee. What else? What else have you got going?
That was it.
That's it? Where are you going tonight?
I'm going on a date.
Oh, yeah. A Wednesday night date.
A Wednesday night date.
I'm just sure it's going to be wild.
Scheduling them in there whenever I can get them in. Well, I'm going to be in Arkansas this weekend, so if I want to go on a date, it has to be this week.
What are you going to Arkansas for?
Well, my third cousin is finally single, and I'm single, so why not?
Your third cousin?
Just kidding. I'm taking my daughter to Eureka Springs.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's legal. You do what you got to do. If you can't find nobody single on the dating apps and going out to the bars, try family reunion.
Yeah, there you go.
Yep.
But that was
especially in Arkansas.
That was a joke, by the way. I'm not trying to date my
cousin. It was a joke.
We can't drink at the same time because then there's an awkward silence.
Well, I drink a lot, so you're going to have to start talking more.
Okay.
Okay. Go ahead.
So what did you do besides that? Was that all? That was it? There was just your Saturday night or just your Friday night?
That was it. Well, it's an extremely long drive up there. I say extremely. It's longer than I like spending in a vehicle at a time. So we drove up there. We left Saturday morning. We didn't do anything Friday.
Yeah.
No, I take that back. We went to Oklahoma City and hung out with a friend of ours on Friday. We were supposed to hang out with some friends of ours, and then his wife got called into work. So she had to go work, but we'd already made plans. So we went up there and hung out with him, and his granddaughter was there. They're new grandparents, so they got a little bitty grandbaby. So I sat there and held the grandbaby and played Sorry with their youngest daughter. I
can't do that. If I'm going out on a Friday night or a Saturday night, that is all I'm doing that weekend. I'm at that age. Because the rest of the weekend, I'm probably needing to recover.
Recovery time? That does, okay. Oh, yes. You didn't get to come to the Guitar Bar show.
No, I didn't.
Alright, so I did a show at the Guitar Bar, and I fell back into my old ways.
Did you drink?
You know, I got a bit where I talk about drinking apple pie moonshine.
Yes.
I tell that story, and the bartender takes that as a cue to start bringing me shots on stage.
Uh-oh. I'm sorry.
So I'm 4 or 5 beers in before I even get on stage, which is no big deal. Because 6 beers is my limit to still drive home. My wife and I together made that decision, which means that's the decision my wife made. I can drink 6 beers and I still drive home. I have 7 beers? No. Just to be safe. So I can drink 8 or 9 beers and still be good. But I'm 4 or 5 beers in before I get on stage. They bring 2 more beers to me while I'm on stage. Then she starts bringing shots. Now I'm 6 or 7 beers in and 6 or 7 shots in. So I woke up the next morning and had to ask my wife, how'd I do?
So you had a Friday night on a Wednesday night and a Saturday night on a Saturday night.
Yeah.
And I didn't have any of those things this week. None of them.
So, hey, how many times have I invited you to come hang out with me?
You didn't invite me this weekend. I'm getting a double chin, Matt.
You know this is on.
Yeah, I know it's on.
So you're talking to the people.
I know, it's coming. Anyway, you didn't invite me this weekend.
Would you have gone?
Well, being that I had to recover from my awful evening Friday night, probably not.
See?
Yeah.
See, you've rejected our offers to hang out with us so many times that we just don't even bother offering anymore.
Oh, that's so rude. You have to keep offering.
Well, you keep denying us.
Maybe one day I will.
Shooting us down. You showed up to one thing that I invited you to. You stayed for 10 minutes.
Be like the Middle Eastern guys
10
on
minutes.
Facebook.
Those guys are persistent.
Don't let up.
They are persistent. They
Don't let up.
They really want to be in our porn movies that we're not making.
Yeah.
I don't even know where they got the idea.
Dirty-minded people.
I guess.
Yeah.
I guess.
Certainly has nothing to do with anything we talk about.
So anyway, I have repeatedly offered for you to come and hang out with us. I go out on a Wednesday night and get smashed. I have to ask what happened on Thursday morning. I go to a party in Wichita, Kansas that involves 2 party buses, 3 bars, and a pool party.
And I wasn't there.
And you weren't there. What else? There's been other things. I went and did a show in Shawnee, Oklahoma.
I was with my sister that weekend in Tahlequah.
Right up the road.
Right up the road, but I didn't know that I had to stay with her.
She could have come. There's no rule against your sister coming to one of my shows or to the after party afterwards. We went to a super cool bar.
Okay.
It's one of those upstairs bars, which I have never thought was a good idea.
Like a rooftop bar?
No, it wasn't rooftop. It was a 3-story building, and the bar was on the 2nd floor.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That might make
really cool, but really steep stairs too. So it's like, and I got pretty buzzed up that night. When we get ready to leave, I stop at the top of those stairs and I'm looking down. I'm like, man, how many people are going to bite it on these stairs tonight? And how often does that happen?
Do they have a camera in the hallway?
It should.
Yeah.
It should. Yeah, I invite you to come with us all the time, and you consistently turn us down.
Next time I'll come, as long as there's not a new Hitler documentary on him, I'll be there.
You know, you can record those or watch them anytime you want.
I know.
Oh, hey, you know what I'm excited about? I just saw. You know who Dale Brisby is?
I've heard the name.
Okay, so Dale Brisby's like a social media guru. He talks about he's ironically cocky or arrogant. You know, he considers himself to be the best bull rider of all time.
Oh, okay.
He's always saying it. Even when he's hanging out with like 2-time world champ J.B. Mooney, he still considers himself to be the best in the world. Very funny guy. They do a lot of stuff. Anyway, YouTube is where he's always lived. He's got a YouTube channel, and he has a podcast now as well. But now I got a text. My kids think my kids don't understand how things work. So a deal came out one time. It was like, hey, text this number, and we'll put you on our text list so we can let you know when new things are coming. So it's just a text list, but it automatically saves to your phone under that person's name. So now I'll get a text all of a sudden. It's from Dale Brisby, and my kids are like, you know Dale Brisby? Like, he just texted you? And I'm like, yep. just sent me this link to his new Netflix show. He's got a show coming out on Netflix. And I think it comes out on September 1st, something like that. But I'm really excited about it.
I've heard you talk about him enough that I'm going to have to watch it.
Very funny guy. It's just it's my kind of people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're in and around rodeo all the time, but then they're also just having fun.
Yeah.
They're just having a blast, no matter what it takes. They're having a good time. And then at the same time, I'm also envious of the guy as to how he's been able to utilize social media and just blow up. Like at last year's World Finals, he had a blackjack table that sponsored him. Like he sets a booth up, sells clothes and merchandise and stuff. But then there was a blackjack table in the pit of the MGM Grand that was Adele Brisby, had his face on the felt and all that stuff. So, I mean, this guy's really been successful and done well with social media, which is the exact same thing that we're trying to do.
Yeah.
What he doesn't have that I've got is you.
He doesn't have a pair of boots.
He does not have anybody on his show that looks like this.
Well, I'm flattered.
Yeah.
We're flattered. We know why we're here.
Yeah. I'm excited. My son started a new job.
Where is he working?
He's working for a smoke shop just right up the road from here. The smoke shop that you pass on the way out here.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So he started working there, and they have been because I guess they're short-handed, so they've been working him a lot of hours. So, I mean, and like he'll close one night, and they close at like 2 a.m., and he'll get a call at like 9 the next day going, hey, can you come in at 11 today? When usually he's not supposed to be back until 4 in the afternoon.
Are you like
so he's going in at 11.
maniacally laughing every time he gets a call?
I am. And I'm super proud of him at the same time because he hasn't turned down a single shift that they've offered him.
That's the oldest son, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now, when I walked in, who's the little one with the mullet? He's adorable. And your dog has a mullet, too.
Yes.
So his son and his dog both have mullets.
Both of my sons.
Both of your sons?
And my dog.
Oh, wow.
So that happened last week. My wife said, hey, can you take Sancho, which is our dog, and he's a schnoodle. Said, can you take him to the groomer and get him a haircut? I said,
like something in Julie Andrews' Sound of Music. Okay, so you
I like how your mind just goes.
It does.
You just take off. My wife says, hey, can you take Sancho to the groomer? I was like, you bet I can. So I called a friend of mine at Red Roof Grooming. Do you know Heaven?
No.
Heaven Moore, a friend of mine for a very long time. Her and her mom own a grooming shop called Red Roof Grooming. Shout out to them in Lawton. And I said, hey, have you ever given a dog a mullet? And she's like, yeah. I said, when can you get my wife's dog in? She's like, bring him. So I hauled ass to town, took her the dog. She's like, I'll call you when he's done. And I went back and picked him up, and it is amazing. It is the funniest shit I've. And what's funny is, of course, you know, like most dogs, he wants his head out the window. So we're driving to go pick my wife. Or I'm driving to go show him to my wife, and he's standing on the edge of the door and got his head out, and that mullet is just luxurious and flapping in the wind. Oh, it's amazing. I got a picture of him and my son together.
Oh, that is cute. When I walked in, he was holding the dog, and I was like, that's adorable. They got matching mullets.
You should see the older son's mullet. Like, it's
Do you have a family portrait with all three of them? Because you need both the sons and a dog. You need one of those Kmart. Remember those old Kmart backgrounds with like the splotched paint or the
crowns on both sides,
lasers.
Oh my God. Yeah. No, I need to get a picture with all three of them, posed.
You do.
Like, get them in some nice shirts.
You need a ladder.
Posed
shorts, like ladder involved.
A little
Someone needs their leg up there.
In the Captain Morgan stance. Dog sitting on top of the ladder. Get his attention to where they're all three.
Yes.
Looking off to the side of profile. Oh, God, we need to make this happen.
Beautiful.
We need to make this happen. That's amazing.
Checking my time.
What time's your date?
We better wrap it up.
Oh, it's time?
Yeah.
What?
I need to leave a little early.
I think it's hilarious. Is he old?
He has to be to work early tomorrow, and I'm trying to be respectful.
So you have to
have a curfew.
Wow.
Yeah, I got curfew this
That's amazing.
So
All
I
right.
put myself out there. I'm not just always watching documentaries about the Nazi Party.
Not always, but just think all the times that you are watching those documentaries, you could be out meeting somebody.
Yeah.
You could be out meeting somebody.
Well, I'm going to meet somebody this evening.
At 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock.
Wow. Okay. My last Wednesday didn't end until 2:30 a.m.
Really?
So you could start hanging out with us and having a good time, meeting new people, partying like a rock star, and then recovering for 3 days after.
Okay, well,
Okay?
I'm game next time.
All right. You heard it here.
You heard it. I have
You
to
heard it here.
now.
She's going to start hanging out with us and partying. All right. Well, I guess we're going to call it. We'll call it ball game.
Yep, we're done.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for tuning in and watching Cheaper Than Therapy with myself, Matt Farrell.
And me, Kristen Rochelle.
And we'll be back with more. Make sure that you like, share, and subscribe.